Hey Tara, it's so nice to have you on the show today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And just like I mentioned earlier, thank you so very much for being here. You see, I truly appreciate it. And you see, Tara, oftentimes I love to thank my guest for two things, all right? And I do this so often to the point where it has become an anthem for me. So, firstly, Tara, I want to say thank you so very much for investing in yourself. You see, you are on this platform right now, right here, because you invested in yourself. And oftentimes, Tara, I love to make reference to the amazing mango tree. They say some months back, I was on a particular road, and just by the roadside, there was this tall, unattractive mango tree. And I use the word unattractive because the mango tree's got no mangoes on it, and the leaves were all dry. So I just walked past it and I went my way. But you see, Tara, just recently I was on that same road, and this time around a lot's changed about the mango tree. You see, the mango tree caught my attention pretty good from a distance, and immediately I got the urge to move so close to it, of which I did, and it wowed me. Because now the mango tree's got a lot of mangoes on it, beautiful green leaves and healthy branches. It was a special moment that day. I was so excited. I tell you, I was really excited. Here is my point. The fact that you dedicated your time, energy, and resources to becoming the amazing terror that you are today, that alone has made it really impossible for me to skip you. And that's why you see you got the request from me to be on the show because I was attracted to the fruit of all that you're doing, your insight, the impact your work is having, your solution, your philosophies. It's amazing. Your journey, I tell you. And just before you got the request from me, I said to myself, I've got to benefit from these beautiful things Tara is doing, not only me now, but even the audience. And here we are today with the amazing Tara. So thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for investing in yourself. And secondly, thank you for saying yes to the invite. Because if you had said nope, there was nothing Elisha could do about it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me and for sharing that the story about the mango tree. I know you've talked about that before, and I really, I was really drawn to your podcast and your voice and the things that you talk about. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much. Love that. So let's get started. You see, I'm quite excited to have you on the show today, Tara, for, let's say, two reasons. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking. I believe in order for one to transition from a terrible situation to that of a beautiful one, Tara, I believe it takes the application of knowledge. And not just knowledge now, but the application of it. And you see, Tara, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge, and darkness means ignorance. I've been so keen to knowledge seeking because I do not want to remain in the dark. So that's going to make our conversation today very important to me and even to the amazing listeners. You see, the second reason why I'm excited to have the amazing Tara on the show is for the sake of the audience now. You see, Tara, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We've got lots of information flying out there. So these folks trust me for quality, eye-opening, and very important information, of which I am totally convinced that our conversation is going to be insightful and impactful. So for that reason, Tara, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or professional journey. Because right now, we are just so curious. We want to know how Tara got here. And afterwards, I've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Tara, over to
Okay.
you.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So I have been in the hair and beauty industry for about 20 years now. And I started off in the salon and spa industry and met or worked with a French company that had really pioneered um, hair growth treatments and hair maintenance treatments all based on botanical ingredients, all on plants. And the founder of that company was really the grandfather of all products that you see now that use these natural ingredients, these natural extracts, and even the distillation processes that they use to introduce those ingredients into products that actually work. So you don't have to use harsh ingredients, synthetic ingredients on your hair and on your skin. So I worked with them for a long time, studied under that founder, and then I found myself in just a time that I thought, there weren't enough people that had access to this type of product, to this type of formulation. When you went to the grocery store, it was all synthetic, it was all silicones. You didn't really see many natural ingredients. And so I left that French company and started my own hair growth product line that is sold in grocery stores across the US. And it's just one vitamin and one serum, and those help increase hair growth, stop hair from falling out, and protect the hair that you already have.
Amazing. I love that. I love that. And you see, this is a very important topic to me. I know to the audience too, because I've got dreads on, so can't wait to learn some more. That's a beautiful one. And thank you for starting your own business. It's amazing. Okay, let's pick the first question from there. All right. So what was the hardest part of starting your own business? Like the hardest part.
I'm sorry, what was
Yeah, like the hardest
can you
part.
repeat that?
Yeah, that like the hardest
Oh,
part, the most difficult part of starting your own business.
the hardest path was probably getting it into the stores, and also working with the manufacturer. So, I mean, the first part was finding the right people to make the product that I wanted to make. There were some ingredients that I learned a lot about in France, working with this visionary of a man that knew so much about the distillation processes and all of the plants that grow all over the world and where they grow and which ones have the benefit for that. So, finding the manufacturer that was familiar with at least the top ingredients was, path number one. That was a little bit difficult. It was a lot of phone calls, a lot of talking to laboratories, making sure that they had the equipment to do what I needed to be done, and then also had access to those ingredients and the quality that I was looking for. And I found that. And I am still with the same lab. Let's see, 14 years now is when we've been doing this. The second hurdle was definitely getting it into grocery stores. Grocery stores still tend to be very conservative and old school. They still send checks. They still take faxes. And they weren't super excited about having a vitamin in their hair aisle. So at the time, like when we started out, we were just the hair vitamin, and they didn't understand like, oh, this can be sitting next to a shampoo. And took a lot to convince them, like, the people that are here in this special section of these shampoos, like, this is where this product should be. It's not, really a vitamin. It's not like you're just regular biotin. It has a bunch of different ingredients that are meant to increase hair health. So that was a large hurdle. And I hired really good people to kind of give me the insight and the guidance to be able to work with these companies. And then a really large store took a chance on me. And we have been with them the longest that we've been with them. They're a great company to work with. That's HEB stores in Texas. And from there, that really helped kind of get us into other stores across the US because that one store took a chance on us. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? There you go. Yes, I can hear you now. That's okay. I would find a good broker, and by going to like conferences, you can find people that have reps that work under them, and that the broker will also help you make sure that your pricing strategy is correct, all of the materials that you need to bring to the grocery stores, little things like discounts for paying early to the suppliers, shelf slotting fees. There's a lot that you have to learn in order to sell to the bigger box stores, and so having a rep or a broker to help you do that is paramount. And you can usually find them. I mean, even nowadays, Googling. I learned so much about botanical ingredients and how a lot of them were mimicking these drug-based ingredients that had all of these side effects. So for one in particular is called saw palmetto. And for ages, it's been used and it's been tested actually for prostate health because it has the power to reduce a derivative of a testosterone called dihydroxytestosterone. And that testosterone or that hormone is responsible for hair loss and also prostate enlargement. But it's the same hormone derivative that does both. So at Fido, they had used it mostly in their topical products, but not a whole lot in their vitamins. And so I had done a lot of research into using that to decrease that hormone derivative to increase hair growth. And it works. It absolutely works. And there's no side effects like some of the chemical partners like finasteride, which you may have heard of. There's a lot of chemical side effects to that one. There's also another ingredient called Pygeum africanum that also helps do the same. And then all of these ingredients like grapeseed extract, ginkgo biloba that help to actually increase the density of the hair. So, for instance, when you're using something like minoxidil or Rogaine, you may regrow hair, but it may be what we call kind of peach fuzz, like really fine and thin. Well, with ours, you're not using that chemical. And then we have ingredients that will actually make that hair thicker because it uses the full capacity of your already there follicle size. And there's just all of these beautiful ingredients that are out there that are natural that we've been using for hundreds of years to combat some of these issues just of like hair growth, for instance. And I think that was the most beautiful thing I learned from Fido. And then, after that was, how do you honor these ingredients by making sure like the quality is there and like looking at where they're grown in the world and who's growing them, and then making sure that we don't just tear down these plants when we're dissolving them, but distilling them correctly to actually be used to their highest benefit in the human body. Well, thank you. Really through. So the science comes in. So for instance, you pick this plant, you take this leaf, you take this extract, this seed, and then you have to make sure that it's broken down correctly so that you can actually use the molecule that's inside that product or that ingredient that it kind of fits into the human body. So for instance, like we all know about like putting shea butter or coconut oil on the skin, or putting all of these raw ingredients on your skin, which is totally fine, and also putting them in your hair. But in order for them to actually penetrate your skin barrier or the hair shaft, or actually fit into your hair follicle where your hair grows and into the hair bulb, they have to be micronized. They have to get smaller. And so we have to protect the dignity of that actual ingredient in this distillation process, and get it small enough that your body can absorb it, and in our topical that your hair follicle and your hair bulb can actually absorb it and use it. These larger, when you just tend to put the plant itself on your body without actually processing it, It can have some benefit, but it's really only on the very, very upper layer of your skin. But in order for us to actually do real work, and then that includes also taking vitamins, we have to get that molecule small enough to be absorbed by the body. And so that's really where the science comes in, and making sure that we pick the right lab and manufacturers for our products that know that and believe us when we say, like, no, this product has to be created, this ingredient has to be made this way in order to go into our product. I think there's always challenges. Our customers love our product because it's natural. They can get it on our website, HairXT, and I think they also like to be able to buy it in the grocery stores. It's accessible that way. The challenge, I think, has been competing in a market that is constantly growing. I mean, the online, everybody seems to have a hair growth product out there online. But where we really stand out is we are in grocery stores. There aren't, you can find hundreds and hundreds of hair growth products online and, at the store and on Amazon, but you don't find them inside your grocery stores. You'll maybe have like just one or two options. And so we really kind of overcome our challenge in the competitive market by finding our niche in the grocery store, because in that way we build a lot of trust for our customers, because they know if there's any problem, they can take it back right around the corner to their local grocery store. And that makes them feel better about trying a new product. And then second, it comes with a level of assurance and actual insurance that grocery stores require. Grocery stores don't just let you sell any product that you make up. They have a lot of processes that you have to go through, like GMP certification, to make sure that where is this being made? Is it, oversighted by the government? What are the qualifications? And then on top of that, you have to carry a large amount of insurance in order to be sold into the grocery stores that match their insurance qualifications. And so I think that offers a lot of assurance for the customers of our product over other competitors that, may say similar things. It's like, no, we've been around 14 years. We are fully insured, fully guaranteed, fully backed, GMP certified. We have all the things that make us a little bit different than your other products. I will say the last thing I'd like to leave is that you don't have to use chemical ingredients in order to regain your health. And that's with all types of products, but with ours especially, you can circumvent those side effects that tend to come from the chemical products with something more natural. Our product is called HairXT. That's HAIR, the letter X and the letter T. You can go onto our website, or if you live in Texas, you can go to an HEB and find it in the beauty section. We will also have a discount code for your listeners that I will send to you, and you can post along with this podcast. Absolutely. Thank you.